Welcome to How to Paint Candlelight with Airbrush, also using paintbrush, both with Createx paint. Earlier today, I went ahead and sprayed the opaque white by Createx Wicked Paint and basically went over where all the flames and all the bouquet lights are showing. And then I went in with paintbrush technique and used that same white, so I have a really beautiful opaque white. And once that is done and dry, then I'm going to go ahead and mix that with yellow and white. Still very, very bright, but start to get the color of flame. And it's all about putting darker transparent color on top of opaque. And that's really the whole gist of how to get that beautiful, vibrant, bright flame. You need to use transparency when painting flames, but think of transparent paint as stained glass, right? You need a sunny day for that bright light to go through and kind of illuminate the glass. That's the same thing with transparent. So that's why you want to go and make sure you put an opaque white, the brightest opaque light, white, so you can go ahead and put transparency over it. So those yellows and oranges of those flames are really going to sing and have that luminous quality that the stained glass does, or stained glass do, on a sunny day. Today I am using the Painter Lite by Redgrass. This is amazing. It's a wet palette, and what it does, it keeps your paints wet during the whole painting session, especially when working with acrylic like Wicked paint or illustration paint. It could dry on you, but with this wet palette, you're able to continue working, and even I would say at the end of the day or next day, it will still be wet, which is really fantastic. So think about getting that. There will be a link in the description where you can go ahead and purchase it. Now I have those beautiful opaques. It's time to come in with the airbrush. And I did a mixture of Wicked Yellow and also Detail Burnt Umber, both by Createx. Very transparent color, and as I go over those flames, they just come alive with life, and you really feel the heat. I'm also using this to kind of spray the penumbra of light, or the aura, around the flames. It's a very, very effective technique, and for early going, it's really, really great. I am at 25 psi, and remember, when you're working with transparency, it's all about the thinnest of layers of pigment. So you do one layer, let it dry, come back, do one layer, let it dry. So remember, opaques first, transparency after. Also, the opaques have to be lighter than the transparents. So when you're doing this, you're going to have a good time if you keep that in mind. So putting that really bright white underneath makes a big difference when you're going over that with the Wicked Yellow and the Detail Burnt Umber. Give it a try. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you always have to put transparents on top of opaques. Sometimes you'll go ahead and put opaques on top of transparents. We're just talking in this specific case of painting these candles, the candlelight, and getting that luminous quality. But yes, I also go ahead and do transparents and then opaque, depending on the situation. Of course, there is a lot more to do, working on the warmth of the light of the candles and more detail. But basically, this was a very short but concise and informative tutorial on how I approach candles and candlelight and the effect on its environment, or their environment. So And also knowing that, you have to make sure that you're going to use paintbrush techniques along with your airbrush techniques. It's going to make your paintings much smoother and give you more artistic license to get more effects. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great week.